Hello po, isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ay Friday, March 17, 2023 at welcome po sa isang weekend edition ng The Stock Market Today. Ang ating balita ay muli tungkol sa Silicon Valley Bank at ang Philippine Banks. Ako po si Benji Chidoro, isang retired bank officer. Nag-start mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. Araw-araw ko pong binabalita ang pinaka-latest news tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stocks sa Philippine market. Kung gusto niyo po ng content, inimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gustong ipa-review o may mga tanong tungkol sa Philippine stock market o sa wealth management, comment nyo lang po sa comment box at aking po-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Ang aking binabalita at sinasabi ay hindi po financial advice. Get well soon to my cousin Mari. We're praying for your recovery. Huwag kayong alis dahil babahagi ko sa inyo ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, March 17, 2023, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, ang ating headlines po ay galing po ng BDO Securities. Banks seen to cope with SVP contagion. Actually, part po nito ang ating main news. Then Converge earnings up 3.9% year-on-year to 7.4 billion in 2022. Then JFC posts full year 22 net income of 7.6 billion. And SMC's 2022 net income down 44% to 26.8 billion. TEL to acquire Sky Broadband. Tingnan po natin si TEL mamaya. And ACEN acquires Texas wind projects. But our main news is this. BSP says local banking system remains safe and sound. The Philippine Central Bank said on Friday that the local banking system remains safe and sound amid concerns over potential for contagion stemming from banking turmoil affecting some overseas lenders. Sabi niya, mayroon tayong resilience through the pandemic and we continue to be strong in the face of the ongoing turbulence in the global markets. Our banks do not have any material exposures to the failed institutions. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas reassurance followed Thursday's statement from National Treasurer Rosalia De Leon, who said Credit Suisse had no significant exposure to local bonds. The Southeast Asian country's largest lender, BDO Unibank, also said it had no exposure to the embattled lender. BSP recognizes the actions taken by the banking supervisory authorities to address the potential contagion risk from the closure of the banks, it said. So yun po ating main news. And tingnan po natin yung ibang news item. Ito po, this is from, the summary is from BDO Securities. Banks seem to cope with the SVP contagion. The Asia-Pacific banking sector, including the Philippines, has reasonable buffers to cope with possible contagion effects from the failure of the Silicon Valley Bank, SMC Global Ratings said. Asia-Pacific banks are well placed to absorb potential contagion effects emanating from the SVP collapse. Direct exposure are negligible and secondary impacts are manageable, S&P said. In a note released on Thursday, of the 18 banking jurisdictions it covers in Asia-Pacific, S&P said economic risk trends are stable in 17 jurisdictions, including the Philippines. Only New Zealand's economic risk trends are negative. Earlier this week, BSP Governor Felipe Medalla assured markets that Philippine banks have no direct exposure to the SVP collapse. The BAP, or Bankers Association of the Philippines, also said that the developments in the U.S. financial system had no substantial material impact on the Philippine banking industry. Salamat po. So yan po ang ating main news. And let's check our comments. Ang sabi po ni Dark Square, the European Credit Suisse is also on the verge of collapse as of this writing. This is a domino effect and is slowly affecting. Mukhang hanging po ang inyong sentence. Slowly affecting who? What? The Philippines? The world? The US? Okay. But I'm sure it's not the Philippines because our regulators have reassured the financial sector and the depositing public that our banks are adequately capitalized and the banking system is safe and sound. Salamat po sa inyong comment, Dark Square. Okay, so let's take a look at the index. It's 241. Okay, it's up 47.25. Then the most active stock is ICT, Ali, followed by BPI up 10%. BDO is also up. And mostly up po yung mga stocks natin. Most of them are up. Dito is up 4.32%. Merrimart is up 4.20%. And JGS is up 3.67%. So that's it. I'll be back later as the market closes to wrap up the trading for the day. Don't go away. Okay, we're back. And I just saw this earlier. Wall Street giants move to rescue First Republic Bank. So ito yung sinasabi niyang nating domino effect, ano? Na isa-isa pong nagfe-fail yung mga bangko sa Amerika because of high interest rates. So after SVD and Credit Suisse, then it's First Republic, pero ang ginagawa ng mga big banks including Bank of America, Citigroup, JP Morgan, Chase, announced that they would deposit 30 billion into First Republic. So this is a move, a dramatic initiative by the lenders to bolster the system following failures of three mid-sized lenders last week. Yan po ang pinaka-latest po natin sa Amerika, pero sa atin po, nothing to worry about. Our banking system is safe and sound. Let's go to the PSE index. It's up 64.81 points. Nasa 6469.72, 1.01% up. And market activity, 79 companies declined, 57 unchanged, 102 companies advanced. The all-share index is also up 0.59%. All sectoral indices are up, and this was led by the financials at 1.75%. The most active stock is ICT, followed by BDO, and then Ali. Yan po. Pero tignan po natin ang jump ni BDO, ha? Kasi napaka-significant po nito, and tignan po natin siya maya-maya, but let's take a look at those companies which figured out in the news. So that's Converge, JFC, SMC, BDO, then ACEN. Yan po ang tignan natin today. So let's start with Converge. Si Converge ay, naku, dipping po si Converge. Although nagkaroon po siya ng good news, ano? Tingnan natin yung special news niya. Maintain buy with a lower target price. Okay. So, lumiit siguro yung kanyang income dito. Oh, nag-grow, but there are some targeted product segmentation to drive port. Keep buy with a lower target price of 1740. And this is from 2050. Yan po si Converge. Yan po yung study ni BDO Sec. So it's dipping, and the support area is somewhere here using the horizontal line. Nasa 1285, and it's bearish, no? Pero following the parallel channel, ganito po siya. Yan, pababa po siya. Ang trend po ay pababa. The lower channel or the lower support would be at 1285. But following the parallel channel, the support is here at 1388. No? So that's the higher support. and the resistance at 1544 following the parallel channel, and it's almost oversold si Converge. So just bantayan nyo lang po dahil malapit na po mag-reverse ito. Next we have JFC. JFC ay okay, meron pong bounce ngayon and it's dipping actually. May earnings report po siya. Okay, revenues is 217. Meron ba siya dito? Converge to San Miguel and okay, neutral po sa San Miguel but Converge ICT Solutions. Okay, JFC meron po siyang 217 billion and it's up 33.38%. Meron po siyang wala pa yung dividendo dito. Pero nag-oversold po siya dito 29.32 nung March 14. So watch out, magbabounce po uli yan. But it's a bearish trend right now since our moving averages are above our candlesticks. Yan po ang aking nakikita. Yung pinaka-support area po ni JFC nandito sa areang ito. Nasa 227 pesos and the next lower support next lower support is at 216. Actually this is support level already. So that's JFC. San Miguel naman, si San Miguel nagkaroon po siya ng dip today, although ang nakikita ko po dito ay within a certain range lang po ito, no? Yan natin, trend line. Let's draw a trend line. Kung pababa yung kanyang trend yan po siya something to that effect, ano? So meron siyang wedge but the trend actually of the indicators are bullish, no? Pataas po siya but I see a wedge here which is a bearish thing or bearish indicator there, and yung trend line po niya or yung kanyang moving averages ay paakyat. So nag-overbought na po si San Miguel. Ito po, yan po, overbought po siya dito noong February 2 hanggang February 8, and umakyat po siya ng umakyat dahil yan, hindi ko alam ang dahilan dyan. Sorry po, maghahanap po tayo. But okay, it's the income, I think. Ito, no? SMC revenues up 60% to 1.5 trillion. SMC 2022 income hit by debt revaluation. But San Miguel Foods had a 21% increase in their income. So ito po yung study ni BDO Securities on San Miguel, no? Maintain neutral, volatile oil business tempers 2023 outlook. So action valuation, TP is raised to 114 but it is still neutral. So SMC is now 107.50 and potential upside is malit lang, 23.2%, but it's still an upside. So targeted product segmentation to drive port utilization. Yan po ang si San Miguel study ni BDO Securities. So nakikita ko po na bearish wedge po ito, pero bullish po yung pinaka indicators po natin. And at this point, I think the market is just seeing that the stock is very cheap at this point, nasa 94. So it's nearing its true value already of 114, no? So 7 pesos na lang, 114 na po. Okay, next we have BDO. BDO is the big gainer today. And yan, bumalik po sa normal, no? Nakikita niyo po ito. Meron pong mga tinatawag nating gap downs and gap ups. Pero the trend is moving upward. So may mga isolated dips po siya dito. But it's up 127.60 after the statement from BDO that they have no exposure to SVD. No, mahirap kung merong exposure. Unlike noong 2009, meron po silang exposure sa Morgan Stanley. And their income dipped. Kaya bumaba po yung value ng BDO noong 2009. But this time, ay wala po silang exposure. And hopefully to any of the banks in the US, ay wala po silang exposure. So, ang pinaka-resistance ay nandito po sa 126. This is resistance area already. Then finally, we have ACEN. Si ACEN ay, naku, nagdidip si ACEN. Ano? Dip po siya. And recently, they have acquired, or they disclosed that they have acquired Texas wind projects, and this is a US company, renewable energy company in the US, which would add to their port, that would increase their profits further. But in the meantime, it's dipping and it's at 558. Let's check the fundamentals of ACEN. See ACEN Energy has a buy rating. Target price is 790 or 31 or about 32% upside. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. Ika-17 ng Marso. Ito po si Benji Chador nagpapaalala. Ang investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay hanggang sa muli. Stay safe. God bless. Bye for now.